This is a video number 2 for the hammer for October 7th, 2011. 歯が痛いわ, my tooth hurts. Oh no, this is an old one. I'm sorry. This is October 7th, 2011. That's an old one. Let me get the new one here. The new hammer is where is it? I must have opened a new. Hold on. Here we go. This is for February 18th, 2012 for the hammer. I began learning. I began verb ing. I will begin verb ing. I am beginning to doshi. So that one's different. Okay. Iraira is bother or annoy. Don't bother me. That annoys me. I'm bothered. It's bothering me. It's annoying. I'm annoyed. Nayamu is worry. Also bothered, nayanderu, bothered, worried, troubled. Let's talk about the word would. I gave you many examples on would. Number one use of would is the past tense of will. For example, I'll go to action on Saturday. Oh, really? So, for example, on Saturday, you said last week you're going to come to action, but you didn't come, and I'm waiting here. So I call you and I say, hey, where are you? You said you would come. So would is the past tense of will. Would is also used for hypotheticals. Kateho, for example, what would you do if you were rich? What would you do if you were a bird? These are the most typical questions. A typical answer would be, I would have a really exquisite dinner at a very gorgeous and expensive restaurant. Exquisite is a very high level of beautiful, right? You have cute, pretty, beautiful, gorgeous, and exquisite. Would is also polite for want. There's two uses. I want to verb, or which is regular, and then I would like to verb, which is more polite. Also, I want a, for example, I want a cup of coffee, and I would like a cup of coffee. So would like is just more popular. Would you like to plus verb, would you like a noun. Number four, would is also used in the negative to express when someone will not do something for you. For example, I asked her to take my picture or paint my picture, and she said she wouldn't. She said no. I asked her to paint my picture, but she wouldn't. Would not. If you would, or also if you will, is a more polite expression of please, or if you will forgive me. For example, if I say please come into this room, I might just say if you would, and use my hand. Have a seat, if you would. Also used to introduce a metaphor. If you make a metaphor and you want to say something using a metaphor, hiyu, for example, the Japanese economy is sick, if you would. It needs an injection, if you would. In this case, sick is not really, you can't really use sick for an economy, but as a metaphor, it's okay. The heart is a pump, if you would. Would is also used to give advice. If I were you, I would quit my job. I think or suggest you should quit your job. You quit your job. Would is also used to warn someone of danger. If someone is doing something dangerous, you can say, if you do that, you might get hurt. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, I wouldn't do that. Would can also be used to threaten someone. If you do that, I will hurt you. So I wouldn't do that. Would is also used to console people. Nagusameru. If you did something you regret and I tell you, don't worry about it, anyone would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. Yoku aru koto sa kind of expression. Okay. Would is also used to say, no, I won't. For example, if I ask you to do something that you do not want to do, super yada kind of situation, will you massage my feet? You could answer, no way. Why would I do that? Would is also used to say, no, I didn't. No, I didn't, something in the past tense. So number 10 is, will you do this for me? No, I wouldn't. Why would I do that? Would is, did you do something? Like, did you kick my dog? Kick your dog? No, of course not. I didn't kick your dog, right? Why would I do that? I can't believe you would ask me that. Would is also used to express wishes. I wish it would stop raining. Of course, you cannot control it, but you can say it. Wish can also be used to ask someone to do something in an indirect way, like I wish you would stop doing that. Or if I invite you to my party, I wish you would come. Especially if someone does not want to come, so I wish you would come. Now, when you use wish this way, it may not. It's a very indirect request, so they may not actually do what you want. Okay. Would is also used to express an unsurprised, not surprised, yappari. For example, Tom is really crazy. He often drinks too much and gets crazy. So someone says to you, hey, did you hear that Tom got drunk last night and took off all his clothes? And you would say, yappari sono Tom, itsumo sono koto suru ne. He would do that. I know Tom often does crazy things, so I'm not surprised. Or, for example, last night I went out with my brother and he forgot. He said, "Oh, I forgot my wallet," and so I had to pay. He would do that, so we know he does that often. Rare. There's a very rare use of would, which is used to express regret, similar to should have. Typical English: I should have studied more in high school. You could say, I wish I would have studied more in high school. Okay, next part. I gave blood at work yesterday. It was my first time. Give blood is the expression. I gave blood. In high school, I tried to give blood, but they refused my blood. They said my blood was too thin because I had anemia. I was anemic. I had to answer a questionnaire, and one of my questions was whether I had influenza recently. Another question was whether any of my relatives had ever had cancer or AIDS. Many of my family members have died of cancer. Die of cancer. Die of cancer. Die of cancer. Please remember that set. Thank you very much for studying with me. Thank you. Welcome back, and I will see you next Saturday, same time. Goodbye.